to tell y'all, thus saith the Lord, this.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
He severed us from other people that we should be his. That means we have to separate from these people that's not of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because in them times, they're going to be showing y'all their true colors. Betty's going to be showing you that she don't care about you. Suzanne going to show you. Bob that's at your job to dap you up going to show you, man. He don't care about you. So we come down here to tell y'all to separate from your enemies and stop looking for a nation to save you that can't. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. Y'all got to separate from these people because they can't save you. We always look for a nation that can't save us, man. They can't save you. You know what? They're going to get you in the lake of fire. That's what they're going to get you, man. But we come out here because the Lord's stretching out his hand all day, right? So we going to come out here and prophesy. Hey, bro, come get that word right quick, King. Go ahead, King.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Did y'all hear that? We always watch for a nation that could not save us. America can't save you, Op. America can't save you, sis. You know what's going to save you? Keeping God's laws, statutes, commandments, and the faith in his son, Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
That's what we got to come out here and do is be that light, man, to the people that's in darkness, man. Y'all see that building right there, that Dollar General? It's dark on the inside of it, man. But you come out here and it's all light out here, man. It's light out here. We gotta come up out of that darkness and come back to the light. Give me Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. We gotta be that light in these last days, man. Hey sis. We gotta be that light in these last days. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
What?
The commandment is a lamp.
The commandment's gonna help you shine in these last days, man. Your fringes that you got on, it's gonna shine. It's gonna shine. That's why these people, they never seen it before. They never seen blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come out here and testify bold in the name of the Lord. Right? Bring this key going.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
What's the light?
And the law is light. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
So we got to be that light in these last days, right? We got to be that light in these last days. Give me Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. We got to also wake up out of that deep sleep, right? Because guess what? If we don't wake up out of sleep, you're asking for death. You're asking to keep living in the ways of sin if you're not studying the law or the prophets, man. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
No, 2 more weeks.
To awake out of sleep.
It's high time to awake out of that sleep. It's high time to come up out of sin, man. Right. It's not time to be willfully sinning in these last times while these prophecies are going on, man. Right. It's high time to awake out of sleep. Why?
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Now it's our salvation nearer than we believe. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, your salvation is coming real soon. Lord willing, we don't got another 4 years in this place. Lord willing, we can go home to that milk and honey. I got a sweet tooth, man. I'm ready to go back to the land of milk and honey, man. I'm ready, Lord willing, to see that if that's my lot, man. Right? Give me Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. Because in these last days, our people don't know who they are. An ox and an ass. Those are 2 dumb animals. But Israel, these people that's on this sign right here, they don't know who they are. Neither do they care who they are. Brothers were out there last night all the way to about a long time. And nobody of the 12 tribes of Israel really gave a dang, man. But we understand there's got to be a what in the last days? A great turning away. Bring this out.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
And we don't even consider, man.
That's right.
We don't consider. We don't consider at all. We don't consider because we love simplicity. Give me Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22 right quick.
Proverbs chapter 1 in verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
So the Lord's asking the question, how long are we going to love simplicity? How long are we going to keep loving EBT? How long are we going to keep loving the things of the other nations that the gift destroys the heart, man? A gift destroys the heart. That keeps us in sin. The Lord said this ain't our rest, man. Roughly, greatly paraphrasing. This not our rest. He didn't send us here to America to run up and get a Rolls Royce. It's not a sin to have a Rolls Royce, don't get me wrong, but it's not the time in these times to be trying to unlock these things. You know what we need to keep our mind to? Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. We need to put our mind on the Most High, right? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law. Forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments.
Let your mind keep his commandments. You have to be meditating on the laws in these last days, because why? When you don't meditate, you're giving the devil room to come in. But that's why we have to prepare our soul for temptation. Give me that, what you got? Okay, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers.
And guess what? We have to observe and do all these commandments, man. We got to observe and do all these commandments. Not some of them, but all these commandments. Get that. We got to do all these commandments. And as we're doing these commandments, understand that the devil is going to try and come in, trying to attack you. But if you resist the devil, what does the scripture say? If you resist the devil, he's going to flee, man. Bring this out.
Numbers chapter 14 and verse 24. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and have followed me fully, him will I bring into the land, whereinto he went, and his seed shall possess it.
And that's crazy. Lord willing, we trying to go to that land. Give me Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1 right quick. In these last days, we got to separate ourselves. Now, understand, brothers and sisters, that's still in the Gentile state of mind. You might look at me and be like, well, I thought I was serving the Lord. Well, what if this is the truth? Well, this is the truth, brothers and sisters. Guess what? When you repent and then you come back to the Most High God, understand that the devil is going to try to come at you harder and harder, man. That's right. But that's why you got to, guess what? Prepare your soul for temptation. You prepare your soul for temptation when you meditate on these laws. The devil can't get to you, man. Not saying that you're gonna fall sometimes, but if you're really striving hard to not sin, you're not gonna displease your Father, man, in heaven. That's right. You're not gonna displease like your Father. When your Father, when he's pissed off and he's whooping your brothers and your sister, you're gonna sit out the way. You might go and run outside, go sit on the back porch. Where they at? You trying to avoid the punishment. That's how we gotta be, because judgment's at an all-time high right now. Read on.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
You got to prepare your soul for temptation. Read on.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
You have to set your heart aright and constantly endure.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Don't try to come back to the Lord when the devil, you got to already see, that's why you got to be meditating. Because you're not going to make haste in time of trouble. Why? Because you're doing this. Let's finish this out.
Cleave unto him.
What we gotta do?
Cleave unto him. And depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
He said, and depart. He said, cleave unto him and depart not away. See, did y'all catch what Proverbs chapter 3 verse 1 said? It said, let not your mind basically depart from his laws. Because when you do that, you're giving the devil room to come in. But if you hate sin, guess what? The devil can't get you. Give me Sirach chapter 21 now and verse 1. This is how you hate sin. This is how you beat the game, man. You know you got Wallow and Gilly with $1 million worth of game. Well, this $1 million worth of truth. Right here. We finna give you it. Right here.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. My son.
21 verse 1.
21 and verse 1. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sins.
See, guess what, brothers and sisters that's still in that Gentile state of mind? You might first come into the truth and you still might celebrate Thanksgiving. But did y'all hear what he just said? He said, if you sin, what did he say?
if thou, my son, hast thou sinned, do so no more.
And that goes for us in the truth. Don't sin no more. Hate sin. Keep reading.
But ask pardon for thy former sins.
Now sit there and go.
But ask pardon for thy former sins. Flee from sin.
How do you prepare your soul for temptation?
Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
Just like if you see that snake. Just like if you in your house and you see Mr. Rat. Just like in your house and you see Mr. Lizard. Just like in your house and you see Mr. Roach. You got to flee from that as you see sin. If I know that I'm battling with something, I'm not going to put myself in that predicament to give up to the devil.
That's right.
If you know that you battle with adultery, if you battle with adultery by undressing women with your eyes, why are you going to the club, Op? Read on.
Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it,
See, when the devil presents that sin unto you, when you come too near it, what is he going to do?
it will bite thee.
No, it's not.
It will bite thee.
And guess what? You're going to try to be slick sometime. Guess what? You will try to outsmart. You'll be like this with Lord. I know I'm dealing with porn, but, you know, I'm just going to type it on the internet, and I'm not going to watch it, but I'm just going to type it in just for the hell of it.
Man.
You'll try to literally, when it's presented to you, you got to go the other way. Read that part again.
For it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men.
Sin will slay your soul. You're supposed to feel convicted in the spirit. Ah, Lord, I went off. Dang, I know the Lord will kill me. Dang, I know the Lord will kill me. You got something?
All iniquity is as a two-edged sword. The wounds thereof cannot be healed.
The wounds thereof cannot be healed, man. It cannot be healed. But you know what we got to do? 1 Peter 5, verse 8. 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. Because the devil knows that he has a short time. So if he knows that he has a short time, what is he going to do? Look it up, man. I think it's a Revelation. I think that's a Revelation. Oh, is it? I got time. Okay,
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
So the Lord said that the devil is like a roaring lion. It's two lions fighting, man. Yo, 12 boy. Okay.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So since the devil knows he has a short time, he's going to be trying to get you up out of this truth. He's going to try to hop on your family members and get you out the spirit. He's going to try to do these things that's going to get you out of the spirit. But what did 1 Peter 5 verse 8 say? Prepare, read it again. Let me get it right quick. Let me get one more and I'm going to close out.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
See how it's so spiritual? Turn that camera up. Look, that's why you got to prepare your soul for temptation. Because we know that's not, we ain't going to let that bother us, because we know the devil can hop on people. They're trying to take away from the word. But how should we be in these last days for the brothers and sisters that might know? Acts chapter 5 and verse 29.
Here at the bike show.
We got to prepare our soul for temptation, man. Go ahead.
Acts
Man.
chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
So in these last days, brothers and sisters, guess what? You have to obey God rather than man. Keep God's laws, statutes, commandments, and the faith in His Son, Yahweh Shai. And I pray that was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Shalom.
Shalom.